Alright, hey everybody. Finally making this video that I've been talking about for a few weeks. It basically boils down to something that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is lose weight. And the method that I'm going to, or the challenge I guess you would call it, that I'm going to lay out is pretty much derived from all my failed attempts and things that I've learned that work for me and things that I've learned do not work for me. I'm going to combine all those things together with realistic goals and see what happens. Basically what I'm laying out for everyone is, for myself and anyone else who wants to join, is a 1 pound per week weight loss challenge. I personally want to lose about 50 pounds, give or take, but my goal is 50 pounds and I weigh 250 pounds right now. Or actually I weighed 250 pounds when I started this. I'm about 3 weeks in now. Just trying little things just to see if it's going to work. And I know 1 pound per week is usually pretty realistic for most people, especially someone as overweight as me. So I'm in my 3rd week right now, and I just weighed this morning and I'm at 247. So far so good. I have about 47 weeks left and I have 47 pounds left to lose. I kind of wanted to lay out why I'm doing this and how I want to do it and all that stuff. And everyone has their own reasons and everyone has their own ideas of how they should do it. I'm not here to tell anyone how to do it. I'm only here to say, here's what I'm doing. It's working, it's not working. I'm going to try this or keep doing this. You know, I'm not here to preach any methods. I'm not a scientist or a dietitian or a nutritionist or anything like that. But I have been working on weight loss for quite a while and exercising and working out, and I've tried many things have worked, and I've failed at many things. I've learned a lot about myself and what I'm capable of and what is realistic and what is unrealistic, and I think that that's important for every person to figure out about themselves before, you know, you're long-term successful. For me, it's kind of, there's a lot of layers in here. For me, it's nutrition goals, exercise goals, and a lot of it has to do with my schedule. What I can and can't do, what I'd like to do versus what I can actually do. For me, my nutrition goals have boiled down to just calories in, calories out. And I know there's lots of stuff out there that there's all these little different intricacies of how you can take the calories, how you can do this, how you can do that. And they're probably all right, and they're probably, you know, they probably all work, and I've tried a lot of them. And my problem is I have to do something that I can stick with long term, that's healthy long term. And you know, I've tried it all. I've done Atkins, very, very successful on Atkins. I couldn't keep going with it though. So therefore, was it successful? No. It wasn't. I lost a lot of weight in a short amount of time, but I couldn't keep going. I wasn't happy on it. I wasn't feeling well. I'm sure I wasn't doing everything I was supposed to be doing. I know I wasn't getting enough fiber on that diet. I know that now. If I went back and did it again, then I would probably get more fiber, and maybe I would be, you know, have a little bit more longevity on it. But I'm not here to say don't do Atkins. I'm not here to say do Atkins. I'm just saying I've tried it. It works. Most diets work. I asked my wife, who's in the medical field. I asked her, and I wanted her to just tell me what to do because she studies this kind of stuff a lot. But I said, which diet is the best one? Just tell me which one to do, and I'll do it. And her answer kind of pissed me off, but she's right. She said, the best diet for you is the one that you're successful on, the one that works best for you, the one that you can stay on, the one you can stick to, the one that gives you results, and the one you're healthy on. Whatever that may be. Probably not going to be the Twinkies only diet, but hey, there's a guy that did a study, you know, where all he ate was junk food, but he limited his calories to a calorie deficit, and he lost weight and actually showed he got healthier in cardiovascular health and all that. He actually got healthier. Blood pressure went down and that sort of thing. But am I suggesting to do that? Absolutely not. He said it was a nightmare. You know, 2,000 calories of Doritos and Twinkies don't go very far. So I guess my point is she's right. Whatever works for you, do it. And I've over time I've figured out what works best for me, I think, and we're going to find that out over the next 50 weeks, the 47 weeks now remaining. And of course, it's a lifestyle change. It's not something after 47 weeks I'm going to stop and go back to what I was doing. It's like, no, I hope this is a progressive, healthier and healthier lifestyle that I'm able to maintain after this. But what I've done is I've gone onto a calorie counter. You can just type in calorie counter or calorie calculator, or there's all kinds of things you can type in to find some of these links and these tools online. I basically, like I said, I'm 247 pounds right now, and I'd like to weigh 200 pounds in 50 weeks. So I went on and I thought, hey, let's mess around with this calorie calculator, and I typed in that I was 200 pounds. Now, I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. I'm obviously a male as far as I know, and I didn't put in that I exercise, vigorously or anything like that. I do CrossFit as much as I can, which is sometimes 4 times a week, and sometimes I go 2 weeks without doing it. So I just put in that I was just lightly active. It's just one above sedentary. And at 200 pounds, it said that I should be eating to maintain about, I wrote it down here, so about 2,230 to 2,280 calories a day to maintain 200 pounds. So figured 2,200 to 2,300 calories a day I should be eating to maintain that weight. So then I went and I typed in my weight that I am, at the time, 250, and that said that I needed 2,530 calories a day to maintain that weight. So I figured, you know what, I think I'm gonna just start eating an average of 2,200 calories a day at first, because that's what I would need to eat to maintain 200 pounds at my height and age and everything. So I did that for the first 3 weeks, and I logged everything as much as I could. I missed some days. I wasn't very good at logging, and I use MyFitnessPal is what I mean by logging. And I lost a little weight, and I still wasn't that good at sticking to a diet per se. I just tried to make healthier choices in general. I tried to drink less sodas in general. I tried to hit 2,200 calories a day, and if I went over one day, I took it away from the next day, and if I went under one day, I figured, you know what, I'm going to have a little extra the next day. I decided I'm going to average those calories out to what I can have in a week instead of trying to nail it every single day, and when I don't, I feel like a failure. So I really relaxed on myself on what I have to hit in a day. Now, going forward, I want to be a little bit more strict on it. And I know this video is getting long, but it's the only one that's going to be this long. So I'm just kind of laying out my case for anyone who's interested here. I've decided I'm going to bring that back to about 2,000 calories a day. And that's still well within a safe weight loss calorie amount for me. And it's still not so little that I'm going to feel like I'm starving myself, and I'm going to have enough to have cognitive function without getting a headache, without all the things that you feel when you're not eating enough. I have decided I'm going to cut out sodas completely. I've done that in the past and I felt great, and then I'll get to where I think I'm craving one, I'll drink one, and for about the first 3 sips it's satisfying, and then after that I don't feel very good. I can feel it. So I'm cutting out sodas completely. As far as cutting out anything else completely, I'm not. Sodas are the only thing that I'm cutting out completely. I've done the whole no fried foods, no this, no that, and I just end up failing on that. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to set 2,000 calories a day in MyFitnessPal, and I'm going to draw that out into a week and see what that is in a week. It's 14,000 calories, obviously. And I'm just going to aim for getting 14,000 calories by the end of the week. And that seems pretty simple to me, so that's what I'm going to try to do. That way I'm not beating myself up if I go to a party and someone fixes me a drink, or all they have is pizza. That's fine. I'll log it as accurately as I can and try to be smart about how much I'm going to eat. I'm not going to gorge myself, but you get what I'm saying. The next day will just have to be a lighter nutritional day, a lighter calorie intake. Another thing is exercise. I've set restrictions on myself before, or goals that said, I'm going to go to CrossFit 3 times a week, or I'm going to go 4 times a week. And then what ends up happening is, just like the diet thing, when I don't meet that goal because I cannot, because maybe I'm not even in the state, that my gym is in, much less the town, then I feel like a failure, So I'm going to go as much as I can. anytime I have a chance and I'm home, my schedule, I work 8 days on, 6 days off. And on my 6 days off, I do contracting jobs on the side. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to be around either. So sometimes it's easy to get into CrossFit 4 or 5 times a week, and sometimes I'm not even in the zip code of the gym for over a week, 2 weeks straight. So I sat down with my CrossFit coach, who's very supportive on all this stuff that I'm trying to do. And he's kind of getting an idea of my situation. And we set something out. We said, okay, here's the deal. If you're not around, just do something. And what's that something? Let's define it. He laid something out for me. He said, do 25 push-ups, 25 air squats, and 25 sit-ups every day that you can't make it to either the hotel gym or the CrossFit gym. That gives you something to do. And it's something you can do before you go to bed at night. It's something you can do when you get up in the morning before you take a shower. It's something that you can do. And you know, I've been doing that, and it's amazing how much better that feels, because I feel like, you know what, even though I'm not going to be able to make it to the gym today because I have a 13-hour day and I'm out of town, I still got something in. I used to set step goals. I want 10,000 steps a day, and sometimes I would meet it, and then when you didn't meet it, you felt bad. Same thing, so I'm just going to walk more. I'm going to drink more water. I have a job to where a few hours a day I can't, you know, not on a row, but there are certain hours at a time that I cannot get up and use the restroom. So I can't be down in 100 ounces of water like I'd like to do. So I'll just drink as much as I can. Yeah. You know, so this is what I've figured out about myself. I can't be defining these numbers, although I think it's very important to have a particular goal, but I think it's just as important to be able to reach those goals, or at least get to the point in your life that you wanted, was that the whole purpose of having those goals was, which for me is being healthy and being lighter on my feet, being 50 pounds lighter and all that. So whatever it takes for me to get there and be healthy, that's what I'll do. You're gonna have to figure that out on your own, you know, but if you got 5 pounds to lose, 5-6 weeks, that shouldn't be too hard. If you got 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds to lose, it just takes time. So what I want to propose to you is, if you want to join me on this little journey of losing weight, getting a little bit better shape, getting healthier, then please join me. I would love to have you along, and for encouragement, we can encourage each other, can watch along, see if I'm meeting my goals, exceeding them, or maybe a little shy 1 week or 2 weeks. I know that not every week's going to be successful, but my idea is, like, this entire big picture game plan that I'm making here is to be overall successful. You know, I want to be successful more often than I'm not. And I don't want to be discouraged on those times that I'm not successful, like I have been on so many different tries in the past. Alright, so enough babbling along. Here are the short list of things you need to do to do this challenge with me. Go online, look at a calorie calculator. Figure out where you are now and where you want to be. So put in your weight and everything now, see what calories you should be to maintain. Put in your goal weight and see what calories you need to maintain. See where you are. You can find out where you are by tracking everything. Go into MyFitnessPal or Lose It or whatever app you want to use and track everything. Make sure you're tracking accurately. You're not doing anybody any favors, and you're certainly not winning by lying to yourself and entering the incorrect calories or not logging something. So make sure you're logging everything. It's for your own benefit, so if you're going to put the time and effort into it, it may as well be done right. So make sure you're doing that. And then take your measurements and weigh. Get a starting weight, get a starting measurements, measure everything, you know, typical, everybody knows how to do that, and write it all down. That way, once a week, you can write it down, and you can see if you're making in progress and where you're making progress. You know, we're not in it to worship the scale. Certainly don't be discouraged if you don't lose weight 1 week. You're going to eventually lose weight if you're eating fewer calories than you are right now. That's just that's just the science of it. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. But anyway, like I said, log everything, take some measurements, and get your calories. A few final things is what I'm doing is no sodas for me. I'm cutting out completely sodas. The only thing in this whole program that I'm cutting out completely is sodas. I'm going to drink more water, teas, that sort of thing, but no sodas. And last but not least, have some sort of a backup plan exercise program to where it's something that takes 2 to 3 minutes for you to knock out every day that you can't make it to the gym. You know, it takes 30 minutes to an hour to go to a gym, and sometimes you just can't find that time. I get that. figure something out that you can do at home before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. For me, like I said with my CrossFit coach, he said 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, and 25 air squats. Takes 3 minutes to knock those out. If I can't find 3 minutes, then what am I going to do? So that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to be that, but set something. And that's pretty much it. Looking forward to seeing you online, and please let me know if you're following along. Let me know if it's working for you, what you're doing. And I'm happy to see anyone who wants to join in on this. I would love for us all to get healthier all together and encourage each other. So we'll see you out there. Thank you.